Rockville campus of Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, Montgomery College Television presents Game 2 of our NJCAA basketball doubleheader with the Montgomery College Raptors welcoming Northern Virginia Community College. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Brown and it's my pleasure to welcome in my partner Marcus Rosano for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Great to be back together again.
Thank you, Michael. It's great to be here again for the second half of the doubleheader, and we've got a very interesting matchup ahead of us here between Nova and the MC men.
Well, it's been a very special night here at Montgomery College so far. Act 1, we had the debut of the new MC mascot, the Raptor, and the unveiling of the new athletics logo. Act 2, we just saw the Montgomery College women's team defeat the Nova women's team 81-65. And now for Act 3, we've got an intriguing matchup here. And when you look at this matchup between Montgomery College and Nova, it's kind of a classic study in contrast. You've got the speed and athleticism of Montgomery College against a big, tall, tough Nova team.
Yeah, you're right. Coach Bryson for MC wants to get up and down the court. He wants to use his tweener players. He's got a lot of guys that aren't big guys. They're not small guys. They're a lot of fast guys. Now you look over to the other side, and you have guys that are 6'9", 6'8", 6'7". That's a big team over there. They're not going to want to run up and down the court with these guys. So we're going to see who can dictate each other's style tonight.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Montgomery College is a smallish team with a lot of tweeners, as you call them. And this is a very big, tough, physical Nova team. You just got to wonder what's going to happen because Montgomery College loves to drive the lane for one thing. What's going to happen there? That's going to be interesting to see.
There's going to be a lot of guys waiting for him that are 6'8" and 6'9". The thing is about MC is they've been scoring at will this year, but so have other teams against them. So if the Nova team gets caught up in that running game, some of that highlight show, fast break dunking, that plays right into the hands of Montgomery College. It's going to take discipline on the Nova side to keep it in the half court and use your size.
Well, we are just about ready to get underway. Both teams are huddling around their head coaches. Montgomery College huddling around James Bryson. Nova huddling around their first-year head coach, Sean Fitzmaurice. And we are going to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for Nova, and that's going to begin in about 20 seconds. So looking forward to this matchup tonight. And there we see Sean Fitzmaurice. He's the first-year head coach of Nova. I'm sorry. He took over for his dad, who was the head coach there for the last 6 years, who recently retired. And we are now ready for our starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, Game 2. The men and women's doubleheader here at Montgomery College. And let's give our new mascot a nice round of applause. We got to give him a name, y'all. We got to give him a name sooner or later. I was going to call him Rappy. Second game, Montgomery College men, Northern Virginia Community College men, the Raiders. Let's meet the starters for the Raiders. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 10, Khalil Jabi. A 6'4" guard and forward, a freshman, number 20, Brian Orr. A 6'7" sophomore forward, number 21, Brian McDonald. a 6'9" freshman center. Number 25, Carl Thompson. And a 6'8" freshman forward, number 31, Antonio Purnell. Assistant coaches, Michael Abdel-Jabbar, Joe Shoemaker, Paul Skinner. Head coach, Sean Fitzmaurice. And now, your Montgomery College Raptors. A 5'11" freshman guard, number 3, D'Angelo. Number 1, D'Angelo Vaughn. A 6'5" sophomore forward, number 4, Timothy "The Wiz" Christian. A 6'3" sophomore guard, number 10, Sam "Big Dog" Gioma. A 6'6" sophomore forward, number 5, Andre "Big Game" Gaines. And a 6'5" freshman forward, number 43, Zach Curran. Assistant coaches Anthony Washington and Lewis White. Head coach James Bryson. Today's officials. Craig Brandley.
Underway. Once again, the coaching staff for Nova. The head coach is Sean Fitzmaurice. He's in his first year as head coach. And his assistants are Michael Abdel-Jabbar, Joel Shoemaker, and Paul Skinner. For Montgomery College, head coach is James Bryson, and his assistants are Anthony Washington and Lewis White.
Yeah, Coach Bryson had a storied career as a center for Villanova, and Coach Raleigh Massimino has some incredible experience in the Big East battles against the likes of Georgetown and Syracuse, and he likes to bring that to the table for the Raptors players to look up to.
And then after he finished his career at Villanova, he played in Europe for a number of years.
And he had a great career in Europe.
Played in Europe for over 10 years. So we are ready to jump center. We got Andre Gaines going up against number 25, Carl Thompson. Big fella.
Yeah, Carl Thompson probably doesn't lose many jump balls here.
Number 10, Khalil Jabi. He's the point guard for Northern Virginia. Number 20 is Brian Orr. 31 is Antonio Purnell. There's Gaines. And he takes it all the way to the hoop, misses the layup, and there's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Northern Virginia.
Well, we weren't kidding when we said they like to run. What a crossover by Gaines. My goodness gracious. He's 6'6", and that was a sick crossover.
All right, there is number 1, D'Angelo Vaughn.
Leading scorer, averaging 23, almost 24, 23 points a game.
Sam Igioma drives, kicks it out to Tim Christian, and it goes through.
That's the classic shooter's role, and Timmy Christian is a shooter.
There's number 10 goes up hard, and he's fouled hard by Gaines.
Khalil Jabi is a very, very fast player. He took it right to the rack there, drew the foul. But their coach, Fitzmaurice, has been talking about how he needs consistent point guard play. And Khalil Jabi is his point guard, and they just need to get an identity from the point guard position. But as you can see, he's really fast off the dribble.
Now, the problem he's having with his point guards right now is they are turning the ball over more than they are distributing it. Their turnovers exceed their assists. So Jabby is actually being pressed by number 11, Mo Birchie, who I'm sure we're going to see later in the ball game. Jabby hits his second foul shot. So Montgomery College on top, 3-1.
Looks like Nova's coming out in that matchup 2-3 zone as well here, seeing if the Raptors can shoot over the top of it.
And there's Vaughn.
Christian already did it on the first trip down the court.
Good crowd on hand for game 2 of our doubleheader. Once again, the Montgomery College, and there's a foul called on the inside. Zach Curran picked it up. He doesn't quite understand what he did, but he did pick up the foul.
Coach Bryson was asking about that as well.
Will Jobby.
MC's coming zone as well.
Thomas Edison High School. There's big number 31, Antonio Purnell. He missed everything.
And that is a big Antonio Purnell.
That's a big fella out there. 6'8".
We don't have weights, but I'd say he goes about 275. That's a big guy.
That is a man out there in the paint. Antonio Gaines drives the lane. Out to Christian, long three, no good. Here's Jabby with the rebound. He pushes it up the floor, and
wow, he is a fast and athletic player. He split the MC defense and went right to the hole.
Boy, that was some layup. That was degree of difficulty very high. Gaines. Andre Gaines was the leading scorer on last year's Montgomery College men's team. Tim Christian was the number 3 scorer on the Montgomery College team last year.
Yeah, Gaines has really been putting up some numbers this year, averaging 22 points and 11 rebounds.
Number 20 goes up, no good. That was Brian Orr. Here comes Montgomery College pushing it down the floor. Igioma drives, and it goes.
Yeah, that's a nifty move in the paint, going amongst the trees under there.
So far, Montgomery College looking fearless as far as going down the lane. There's Jabby. To Brian Orr. Jabby is a sophomore. There's only there's 4 sophomores on this Nova team. There's Orr off the front of the rim, no good. And Vaughn with the rebound, pushes it up to Christian. He gets it out to Gaines from 3, no good. And that'll go over to Nova. Now as we watch Tim Christian run up the court, he's got bandages, braces on both wrists. He fractured both wrists early this season.
That's one heck of a recovery from Timmy Christian. We thought that he was going to be out for the majority of the year.
Turned out they were just fractures, not complete breaks, and he was able to recover pretty quickly.
Well, luckily we're not doctors.
That's for sure. Christian to Curran.
I would say the pace is definitely in Nova's favor right now. That's what they want. It's 5-3 with 4 minutes gone.
And there's Vaughn. Hits his first bucket of the game.
Wow, that was a nifty shot for the lefty Vaughn. I could see why he's averaging 23. Up fake, the player goes by him, and he still steps back and hits the 3.
So
that was pretty.
Raptors up early, 8-3. There's Orr again. He's going to keep shooting that 3.
Yeah, that's the 3-pointer is not the shot they want when they're that big, but
nice look there from Igioma.
At this point, we still don't know if the big guys for Nova are actually post presences. I mean, you don't really know that they have moves in the blocks. You don't know if they can actually post up, and shooting 3-pointers probably with guys that are 6'8", 6'9" aren't what Coach Fitzmaurice wants to see.
No, he was really looking for an inside game. There's Jabby. with a 2.
If Jabby can clean up his turnover problem, that's a skilled player right there.
Boy, that is for sure. Could be he's just playing a little too fast. We saw a little bit of that in the women's game in the first game of our doubleheader. There's Gaines, very athletic move.
Yeah, speaking of athletes, right?
Wow. He's a scorer.
Yeah, he said he's getting Division II calls to go to the next level.
I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Christian is also for Montgomery College. There's a turn the ball over.
There's a highlight reel that didn't count.
We're going to see it. Yeah, he turned the ball over. Nice block by Tim Christian.
With fractured wrist, he still goes hard to the rack to try to block the shot. Got to give him credit.
There's Christian inside to new player in there for Montgomery College, number 13.
There's Sean Pender.
Sean Pender.
That's why he's averaging 19 points a game. That's a nice little turnaround jump shot, but Tim Christian found him nicely in the lane.
Nice look, real nice look. Number 11 in for Northern Virginia, that's Mo Birchie. We talked about him battling Jabby for but he's got them both in right now.
He's going with the 2 guards out top. Jabby and Birchie.
Pender with the rebound. There's Vaughn. Nifty little pass inside to Gaines, but he missed it.
Yeah, Andre tried to put it up too quick. He had the 6'9" guy right on his back.
Birchie to Jabby, and it's good, and he'll be going to the line for a chance for a 3-point play.
I tell you, if there's one guy on that in that green uniform that wants to run with MC, and it's Khalil Jabby. He said, who wants to slow this game down? I don't.
Got a big fella in, another big fella in for Nova, number 22, George Johnson. His coach tells me his real game is football. He was a star tight end in high school at West Potomac High.
And he does look like a football player, indeed.
Jabby already with 11. So
Sean Pender, that was a nice play by Sean Pender, cleaning up his own miss. He really went after that rebound hard. That's good effort on Pender's part.
So there's a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout on the floor with 13:17 to go in the first half. Montgomery College holding a 6-point lead, 14-8. And there we see James Bryson talking to the troops. To his right there is his assistant, Anthony Washington. And right behind him is his other assistant, Lewis White. Lewis White in his first year as assistant coach here. And we get a real good look there at Brian McDonald, number 21 for Nova.
The pace started to pick up a little bit more in MC's favor as we went along. They want to speed this game up.
Jabby with all 8 points for Nova. So the offense not only runs through him, he's their total offense right now.
But MC's biggest problem is playing defense. And defense, it's all about wanting to play defense. Sure, hitting a 25-foot three-pointer and dunking on somebody on the break, well, that's going to get all the smiles from the pretty girls in the audience. But it's the defense,
which just
like
gave
this,
up an easy bucket.
They have to make a concerted effort to do that. Sure, if you trap or you get back on defense, it's not going to get the looks from the crowd. But you know what? It's going to get a good look from your coach.
Well, that's for sure. There's Pender. Uwajoma, there's Gaines, here's Christian from 3. It's good.
His shot is looking very nice tonight.
MC with the pressure. Jabby breaks it easily. Gets it out on the wing to Birchie, who traveled. I gotta say, hopefully we'll get a look. Nova has got some of the coolest green shoes I think I've ever seen. I mean, we got some green kicks out there tonight.
Do you think we could pull that off one day in the office?
I don't think I could. You might be able to. I know who could, and that's Dan Rankin.
Dan Rankin could pull a lot off, including green shoes.
Yep. They are wearing Kevin Durant shoes, I'm told by my statistician, Evan Brown.
Kevin Durant, Maryland product. There's the football player pulling down a board.
And muscling it right back up.
I mean, talk about contrast in body style. You have the football player going against the long and lean Timmy Christian.
And we know from his coach that Tim Christian does struggle against these big, bulky players. And, boy, he's got his hands full of those tonight.
Yes. Mr. Johnson is big, and Mr. Johnson is bulk.
And we're watching the MC men's soccer team. They are still having a ball over there in the stands. As they're throwing free food, and they're throwing all kinds of Raptor paraphernalia up in the stands tonight. The fans are having a big old night here.
Well, why wouldn't you have fun when you have a district championship trophy sitting alongside you in the stands?
That's right. That is right. All right, we got another new player in for Montgomery College, number 12, Jordan McCants. He's into the ball game for the first time tonight. He's got the ball in his hands right now. He drives, dishes. There's Christian from 3. It's good.
And Mr. McCants comes right off the bench, takes the defenders down low with him, and kicks it right back out to the top of the key for the three-pointer by Timmy Christian. He's hot.
Just like you're drawing up. 22-10, Montgomery College with an early 12-point lead. I have to say this is a bit unexpected. There's a low post move. He doesn't get it to go. That was Carl Thompson.
And for Nova, if they're going to get down 10, 12 points, they're going to have to run, and MC's going to love that.
There's Gaines going sky high.
Yeah, that's a teardrop from the baseline with the left hand. It's beautiful.
So we've now got a 60-second timeout on the floor with the Raptors on top, 24-10. And once again, we can hear the DJ out there. He's giving away all kinds of goodies as Montgomery College. We see the bench over there. There's our DJ.
You know, and some of these fans have stayed here since the beginning. When Hot 99.5 was out here, we had free food. We've been having giveaways all night. So if you're still here, you're still in line for some nice giveaways, and you got to applaud the fans for sticking it out. It's been a long day here. It's been a long day for all the crews and everything. But it's really been an awesome evening for this new chapter in Montgomery College athletics.
Well, that's great. And, you know, some of the biggest giveaways are still ahead tonight. Got Kindles to give away. You got Beats headphones to give away. I mean, these folks are hanging around for the good stuff.
Can we get raffle tickets, or we're not allowed?
I don't think so.
I can use some Dr. Dre headphones.
I don't know anything about Dr. Dre headphones. I've just heard that they're $300.
They're expensive and they're awesome. Expensive and awesome. What more do you want?
In today's America, nothing. Nothing more. And look at that assist stat that I just got handed. MC with 6 assists, Nova with just 1.
Yeah, their assist-to-turnover ratio is very bad, and even though Khalil Jabi is an excellent athletic offensive player, like their coach said, he's going to have to learn to get everybody involved.
And Montgomery College also 4 for 6 from three-point range. And Mo Birchie gets in on the scoring act.
Wow, I think that was Brian McDonald on the tip back. He went above the rim for that putback for 2.
Well, that's the tall trees we've been talking about. We're going to see if they have an impact. Right now, it's the speed and athleticism of Montgomery College that seems to be carrying the day. There's Curran
and Timmy Christian
lane.
threes.
Yeah. There's Jabby down the lane.
Wow, he is tough to defend. I'm telling you, man. He went right past both McCants and D'Angelo Vaughn on that play.
And that is what no doubt James Bryson is talking to McCants about. There's the post move by number 25, Carl Thompson.
That's how you draw it up for the big guy. He gets the ball on the block, he turns, and he shoots over Curran. Curran's a big kid, but he can't match up with that size.
Here's McCants.
On that jump shot, he was parallel to the rim, almost throwing it down.
Vaughn, drive, left-handed, no good. 21, Brian McDonald with the rebound. Here's Birchie, also quick. Wow.
Woo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He just made Swiss cheese out of that defense.
Fitzmaurice has to get number 10 and number 11 on the court at the same time as he is right now. I mean, they shouldn't be arguing about who's gonna or in competition who's gonna be running the point. He's got to find a way to get those two guys on the court.
There's a Nova foul.
Because I don't know what else he has on that bench, but I don't know if he's got anybody as skilled as Birchie and as skilled as Javi. Those kids got to play together.
Couple of substitutions for Montgomery College. Number 24, Kelvin Bennett, just checked in for the Raptors. That's his first appearance of the night. There's Gaines. Bennett back out to McCants. So McCants running the point right now in favor of Igioma. Jordan McCants, a freshman. Tough as nails, his coach calls him. Here's Vaughn. Bennett. And that's a shot clock violation.
Well, it was almost 3 foul shots because I think they might have gotten a little bit of D'Angelo Vaughn's hand on that last second jump shot from the corner. But when you force it up like that, you're not always going to get the call.
No, they were down to 1 second on the shot clock when he did put it up. And that's number 4, Chad Kennedy. Looks like Kennedy, pronounced like Kennedy. Chad Kennedy, another big guy.
Yeah.
Boy, look at the shoulders on that guy.
I mean, he's averaging 15 points a game.
Man, Sean Fitzmaurice could have a weekend football team.
You're not kidding. Just some big guys.
There's McCants to Bennett, no good. McCants, no good. Battle for the ball, and it goes to Nova. A lot of action and no hoops.
McCants looks like more of the role-playing point guard to set up the other player's point guard, where you have D'Angelo Vaughn, who's obviously leading the team in scoring, and more of the playmaking guard.
Right. Here's Birchie, drives right into Curran and puts it in.
Well,
fearless.
There's that lack of defense that Coach Bryson is worried about.
Igioma back in for McCants. Dishes it off to Gaines.
That was a very nice look. Andre Gaines is right there waiting for the easy layup.
Very slick. Nice move there by 25, Carl Thompson, but couldn't get it to fall. He's 6'9".
Wow.
Ballou High School Akatink Academy.
Yeah, Igioma with the no-look pass to Gaines. Knew right where his big man was going to be.
And great camera work there by our guy under the basket, Corey. Great camera work all night long, by the way. Corey loves being on camera, so we're going to try to get him on camera here in a second. There's Corey. Former student at Montgomery College, one of the greatest guys you'll ever want to meet.
He loved MC so much he came back.
We got a lot of guys that do that. As number 4 there, Kennedy, got that one in. 26-20, so they have whittled that lead back down.
And some defensive lapses on Montgomery College's part. Hate to keep harping on it, but when it's right there in front of us, and it's been something that's been plaguing them all season,
So the biggest guy on the MC roster is in right now. Number 44, Jason Rogers-Paris. He's just checked in. There he is guarding the point. Not really sure why he's doing that. Just filling in there. Filling up that donut hole. There's the dish to Gaines. He's fouled. Igioma with another nice dish. Take a look at that. And there's the obvious foul. Pump fake the one guy out of the way, and then the second guy crawled over his shoulder. Into the post to Gaines, fall away, and nice left-handed look.
That was a nice look. He stepped back about 6 feet to take that shot.
Just as calm as can be. Facial expression rarely changes on Andre Gaines. Just a very even-tempered guy.
Yeah, he's a very composed young guy, yep.
Here's Birchie.
Has really had to change his game as he got to the junior college level. Knowing that he's going to need to actually dribble and shoot a heck of a lot more at the next level. Because, you know, you're a 6'5" guy in high school. You're playing down low. You're playing on the blocks. You're playing the 4 and the 5 spot. He came out here and he changed himself into what is going to be possibly a 2, most likely a 3, a small forward, you know, at the next level. But he really improved his ball handling and he really improved his jump shot.
And McCann's back in as Montgomery College is substituting freely here in the early going. 28-20, they're on top. There's Christian, goes across the lane, and he's fouled.
Yeah, nice strong move into the lane by Timmy Christian.
So Tim Christian stepping to the line. We talked a little bit about him earlier. It was, he went up for an alley-oop dunk and got caught up in the net a little bit and fell on both wrists and fractured them both.
Going up for an alley-oop dunk, those are hazards on the job that you and I will never have to worry about.
No.
He has great leaping ability and he's 6'5", so he can get up there.
My name and alley-oop dunk have never appeared in the same sentence. As Christian.
Well, you should have seen me on my Nerf hoop, my friend.
See, I'm so old we didn't have Nerf hoops. And there's Birchie.
I was supposed to insert a peach basket joke, but I refrained.
And there's the alley-oop to Tim Christian.
On cue, Mr. Christian, thank you. Sometimes if you talk loud enough from the booth, they listen.
I hope we get another look at that one. I'm sure we will at some point. Our master replay technician, Dan Rankin, will make sure we have that to look at later.
There's defense being played by Timmy Christian as well. He got in the passing lane there. That's as good a highlight as we're going to see here with that dunk. I thought we were going to see that dunk again.
Here it comes.
Ooh, that is a nice shot.
Nice shot there, Corey. And number 4, Chad Canada.
Yeah, he took the body. He took the big body of Jason Rogers-Paris and got the shot off. Nice athletic play by Kennedy.
That's why he's averaging 15 a game.
But when you're built like him, he's got strong shoulders. He puts his body into the defender, and he can still have the strength to put the ball up and one.
Here's Vaughn back in the ball game. Had a little bit of a rest. He's back in. Christian. Rogers-Paris in and out, no good. And it'll stay at Montgomery College's end. 5:14 to go in the first half. Raptors on top, 32-23. They've led virtually the entire first half. Gaines to Christian. Paris sets the screen. Christian goes up, forced it, no good. Follow there by Pender, no good, and here comes Birchie on the run. Gets it to Kennedy.
That's a charge. I know we talked a little earlier during the women's game that we're not going to see that many charges, but when Birchie is that out of control and our guy establishes position like Gaines did, you're going to get the call.
Oh, you're going to get the call on that one. No question about position and no question about out of control. Gaines just got a little too fast for him, though.
And he was out from under the inner circle that you see under the basket.
Right.
If he's outside of that circle, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Christian from 3, no good. Rebound to Gaines. Good job there. There's Zach Curran, no good.
Nice effort by Gaines.
Gaines is really hustling out there, keeping the ball alive for Montgomery College.
Very quick off his feet.
There's Vaughn with a drive. He's got the edge, no good. Curran with the rebound. That's 5 shots for Montgomery College on that trip down the floor. They didn't get one to fall. Here's Jabby. Inside, nice feed to number 12, Darnell Ross.
Nobody getting back on defense.
Hope we get a chance to talk about Darnell Ross. He has an interesting backstory for Nova. We get a break, we might get a chance to talk a little about him. Here's Curran. He's fouled. And Curran will go to the line as we are in a penalty situation. Yeah, Darnell Ross for Nova. See if we can't get a shot of him. Of course, right now we're looking at the men's soccer team for Montgomery College. But Darnell Ross is an older guy. He's 28 years old. Took a few years off after high school to care for his mother who had cancer. Still is suffering, but has gotten to the point where she's improved to the point where he's able to come back to school.
You know, and that's one thing about whether it's Montgomery College or whether it's Northern Virginia Community College. One thing about community colleges, junior college levels, where a first chance, a second chance, a third chance, and for a young guy like that, I mean, he's taken so many years off doing, you know, exactly what he needed to do as a son, caring for his mother. But you have a chance to come back and you can play some basketball, and you can get your education. So it's definitely called community college for a reason, and nice stories like that really really kind of hit home for us as we work in the community college and the higher education in the profession.
Referee called a trip there on that drive by Gaines. Boy, that was a dangerous play as he came very close to ramming his head into the wall. Not a whole lot of out of bounds room.
Yeah, that comes quick, that wall.
Yeah, under the basket here. Andre Gaines misses the first.
He struggles big time from the lane or from the foul line. Yeah,
and that's a shame because he does have the ball in his hand so much. He's got 6 points and 3 assists right now.
But he's shooting 42%. He went 1 for 2 there, so that's actually an improvement of his 42% foul shooting.
Yeah, you know he's got to be working on that. They cannot afford to have a guy who has the ball in his hands much to shoot that poorly from the line. Here's Christian. And a nice follow there by number 10, Sam Igioma.
Yeah, Igioma was really concerted effort following Timmy Christian. Timmy Christian was out of control there and just kind of put it up on the rack, and I think Igioma knew that was coming.
And there he is, pretty happy about that.
Nice effort play by Sam. Hey, you run, you get back on defense, you hustle, you're going to get paid off, and Sam just did.
And he missed a foul shot, and the guys are giving him a hard time. The guys on his own team are giving him a hard time.
At least our fans aren't going to yell air ball for a Raptor.
Sam Igioma, by the way, is a transfer from Chesapeake Community College.
Another Maryland JUCO program that we've had many a battle with.
One of the better Maryland JUCO basketball programs, I might add. So we've got 24 seconds left in the first half. Montgomery College on top, 37-25. Been a very entertaining and fast-paced first half, Marcus.
It really has. The pace has picked up. Montgomery College, as we said, wants to run, And sometimes Nova gets caught up in that, but they got two guys who can really do it in Jabby and Birchie. But you also have a contrast in their own style with the big bangers that they have. So Coach Fitzmaurice is going to have to try to find that happy medium.
A little over 3 minutes left in the half.
There's the Raptor having fun with Kim Sanders Brown in the audience.
She loves that Raptor. Look out, Joe Thompson. Joe Thompson, our camera guy, almost got whacked in the head there by a basketball.
I think that is the best looking purple Raptor I've ever seen.
I'm telling you, man, I'm loving this Raptor. And he's hanging out in the right place right now with the cheerleaders.
Hey, Raptor, you got a job to do.
There's Igioma, tried to get it to Gaines. Retains possession, there's Christian way off the mark. Kennedy with the rebound. Here comes Birchie. Nice dish to Ross for the bucket. That time he gathered in that control just a little bit.
Yes, he did.
37-27, Raptors on top by 10. There's Igioma, he lost control of the ball and turned it over.
Yeah, it's Sam forcing the issue just a little bit.
And Birchie, this is a rare sight, him walking the ball up the court as we see our friend the Raptor again. Oh, nice steal there by Vaughn. Ahead to McCants for the bucket.
Yeah, those turnovers haunting Nova right there.
And that's been their problem this year. Their coach feels if they can start taking care of the ball better, they are going to be a very successful team because he loves their size and their athleticism. There's Birchie with a nice move and a good putback there by 31, Antonio Purnell.
Yeah, that's a big body getting good position underneath for the putback.
McCants. And he's being guarded by Khalil Jabby. And there's a shot, no good. Rebound to Purnell. There's Kennedy. Nice move, but he couldn't get it to go. There's McCants pushing it all the way, just kind of threw it up there.
that almost fell. That would have been the circus shot of the night.
Here we go. Wow.
A little English there.
He got the shooting foul. A lot of fouls being called. Both teams have had trouble with fouls in the early going. Of course, they're all adjusting to those new hand-checking rules, the new charge block rules.
Yeah, definitely going to take some time for these teams to adjust. Everybody likes the hand check. Right now you're seeing a lot of guys not extending their hands so as not to look like they're actually touching. They're going to use a lot of kind of a forearm if you're going to have contact with the defender.
Just missed that follow-up there. There's Gaines.
Wow.
Easy trip down the lane.
Split the defenders and swoop in with the left hand. Very nice take by Andre Gaines. Athletic player.
Under 20 seconds to go in the first half. Raptors on top, 42-29. 6 seconds to go on the clock. Nova obviously going for the last shot. There's Kennedy, and he missed it. So, at the end of the first half, our score, the Montgomery College Raptors 42, and Nova 29. And Marcus and I will be right back with some special halftime activities after this quick break.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular. Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excelling.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring.
Flexible.
Excellent.
Awesome.
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 No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today. Winter session classes begin January 6th.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. And what we're seeing right here is the men's soccer team. They are being honored for their absolutely terrific season. They won the regions. They won the district championship. They ended up finishing 4th in the nation. And I had the privilege of going with these young men up to Herkimer, New York last week. This is as fine a group of young men as you'll ever want to meet, Marcus. Great kids. Wonderful attitude. They were so disappointed that they didn't reach their goal, but they played with class. They played with great sportsmanship.
Hey, they still have a trophy right there. They got to nationals. They were ranked number 2 in the country all year. They had an amazing winning streak. They led the nation in scoring. And again, they've proven that Montgomery College soccer is as good as there is in the entire country.
Boy, that is for sure. And we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get an opportunity to talk to the head coach of the Montgomery College soccer team, Pedro Braz. We'll be right back with that interview after this quick break.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular. Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excelling.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring.
Flexible.
Excellent.
Awesome.
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 No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today. Winter session classes begin January 6th.
So birds of prey come in lots of different sizes. You have fairly small birds of prey, and you also have quite large ones. And what often happens is many times the large ones will harass the smaller ones after they have caught some prey. So a smaller raptor might be trying to carry their catch to a safe feeding spot, and a larger bird of prey will start harassing that bird in the air. And in order to save itself, it will drop its catch in order to escape, and then that larger bird of prey can catch the prey item in midair and carry it off itself to consume. So there's a lot of antics between these carnivores fighting over the catch of the day.
Welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. We're at halftime where our score, as you can see, the Montgomery College Raptors on top of Nova, 42-29. And Marcus and I are very pleased to welcome in the head coach of the Montgomery College men's soccer team, Pedro Braz. Pedro, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on one of the finest seasons in the history of Montgomery College sports.
Thank you so much, Mike. It was a long season, but the guys definitely did well.
Coach, congratulations again on a great season. Let's talk about the regional championship, the district championship. Knocked off Howard 7-1, knocked off Potomac State 6-1. You guys were flying high. It was an unbelievable season. You guys put up some serious numbers, and you made a claim that you're one of the best programs in the country. Your guys have been carrying around a trophy all day. That's got to feel good.
Oh, it sure does. It sure does. We also broke the regular season goal for the whole year. We had about 141 goals.
Wow.
So the record was, I think, if I could think back, I think it was 131 goals. So we broke it.
That
so we smashed it to where they definitely scored a lot of goals. Our main guys were definitely up top this year. And the funny thing is, we lost one of our top players, forwards, by Muhammad Olari breaking his arm, like the 4th or 5th game in the season. So even with that, we still scored about 141 goals. So it was a good, definitely region playoff for us.
It was an amazing year to watch that. You had so many weapons. Then we went to nationals, and I got to say it was a privilege for me to be able to travel with you guys up there.
Thank you, Mike.
To take part in that event and to chronicle that event. The first game against Century, what a great game that was. But it was also sort of an omen of what was to come, because what I noticed was all 8 teams were great teams, number one. You don't get to nationals unless you're a great team. But the defenses were really something, and that Century game showed that.
Oh, no, for sure. Even Century themselves, even us scoring 4 goals, they still had a good defense. But, again, our firepower was definitely up top to where it was only 1-0 halftime, and then we ended up scoring 3 goals and then in the second half to kind of make a little distance between the two teams. But, again, it was a good defensive play, not just for us, but also for Century, to where we had a few opportunities, but they held us off. And they held us off for 1-0 to a team that scored 140 goals prior to that. So I definitely tip my hats off to Century, but we definitely executed that game and ended up scoring 4 goals.
Well, let's take it to the next game. Suffolk, I actually watched on the live stream. You guys fell to Suffolk. I guess the dream season sort of, came to a very abrupt end. It was evident in the players as they kind of collapsed at the end of the game, realizing that they had lost. What do you, as the coach, as somebody who's played a lot of soccer, has seen a lot of big games? You played at UNH, University of New Hampshire. You played internationally. You've seen heartbreaking losses. You've been a part of heartbreaking losses.
I have.
How did you go into the locker room and talk to your players after this sort of dream season sort of crashed on you guys?
And again, it was mostly like the sophomores that I was really kind of worried about, to where they went last year to the national championship. And even having 22 games in a season you win, which was the most ever in the MC men's soccer, they still think they failed just because it hits home to where they still one step below because they went to the national championship the year before that. So again, it was still a good year. We had 22 wins. We had 141 goals. We were undefeated in the conference. So and we were number 2 in the country throughout the year. So like that's the thing that you have to remind them there and just make them realize what they have done, especially as sophomores, for 2 years. 1 year they're number 2 in the country, and the next year they're number 4. So you like I was telling Mike earlier, to where Montgomery College went competing for region championships, and now we're national championship contenders. So it's a whole different level. The teams we played against, like Suffolk, they were national champions 2006. Herkimer, 8 times national champions. So
perennial national champions.
Exactly. Yeah. So these guys been in the nationals, and they're used to it, and we're just getting there now. So again, the guys did a great job, and they had to hear that from me.
Well, just one quick point I want to make is this college, probably the sport with the richest and longest history, is men's soccer at Montgomery College. In just until you got here, Montgomery College men's soccer had been to the national championship tournament 1 time. In 2 years now, you're 2 for 2. I think that says a lot about the job you've done here and the program that you've built here, and you are to be congratulated.
Oh, thank you so much, Mike. To be quite honest with you, it's not really me. It's the luck of having two good groups of kids that came in and played their hearts off, especially them sophomores that I to this day I told them and salute their hard work. I'm kind of just here to kind of show them the path, but at the end of the day, like you said, Marcus, I already did it. I played already. I'm a little old now, so I don't do it anymore. So at the end of the day, these kids need all the credit, all the credit.
Well, congratulations once again, and I got to congratulate you on the purple tie too.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Primo. Well, thank you, Pedro, for joining us. And listen, we'll be right back with the start of the second half after this quick break.
All right. Thank you, man.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular. Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excelling.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring. Flexible.
Excellent.
Awesome.
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 No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today. Winter session classes begin January 6th.
So birds of prey come in lots of different sizes. You have fairly small birds of prey, and you also have quite large ones. And what often happens is many times the large ones will harass the smaller ones after they have caught some prey. So a smaller raptor might be trying to carry their catch to a safe feeding spot, and a larger bird of prey will start harassing that bird in the air. And in order to save itself, it will drop its catch in order to escape, and then that larger bird of prey can catch that, can catch the prey item in midair and carry it off itself to consume. So there's a lot of antics between these carnivores fighting over the catch of the day.
Welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, where our score is 42-29. We see some of the fans just having a great old time in the stands, rocking to the music. And right now, Montgomery College is rocking to a 42-29 lead. You got Timmy Christian leading all scorers with 13, and his running buddy there, Andre Gaines, with 9. Also 3 rebounds and 3 assists for Gaines.
Timmy Christian's three-point shot really fallen in the first half, and that's a great thing because the defenses, like we always talk about, are going to have to come out and play and he's not just a three-point shooter. He's going to take the ball hard to the rack. He's 6'5", he can jump. He's slightly built, but he goes strong, and he can shoot free throws. So Timmy Christian had himself a nice half.
And look at this. We have a Montgomery College student who is Miss Maryland. Her name is Liz Denizard, and the lucky Raptor got to escort that beautiful young lady out on the court. She's also a Montgomery College cheerleader, and I had a chance to talk to her before the game. Very nice young woman.
She's actually on her way to California. I think they're staying at Disneyland. Wow, that's kind of cool. Going to California. She's going to be in the competition, obviously. But hey, that's a Montgomery College student right there.
That is
fantastic.
A Montgomery College student. She's a theater major, she told me, and a sophomore. And like I said, she's also, I believe she's the captain of the cheerleaders.
And, well, she did mention that she wants to be in television broadcasting, so we better hold on to our seats for at least a little while.
Yeah, I won't be long for this booth once that happens.
You and me both, partner.
So anyway, our very own Miss Maryland is a student here at Montgomery College. Boy, this is a great night, and that's something I didn't know we were gonna get to experience tonight.
Escorted by none other than the Montgomery College Raptor.
That lucky guy. You know. So we are just about ready to get things going.
Well, very seldom tonight has the Raptor been upstaged, and I think he just was.
I believe so. That'll probably be the only time. And both teams are back out on the court, getting warmed up, getting ready to start second half. And let's talk about Montgomery College's new athletics website, because this is all part of this Raptor rollout. We've had the new Raptor unveiled tonight. The new Raptor logo was shown for the first time tonight. And now we also have, live for the first time, the new Montgomery College athletics website. It's going to keep you up to date on everything happening with Montgomery College. There's video on it, as you can see right there. There's video from Montgomery College Television.
And as we're seeing on the screen right now, the Raptor Report, which is your show, my friend. Now that is a top-notch program, so if you go to our new college website, you can see a great program to keep you abreast of everything that's happening at Montgomery College in the athletics department, and that's your show, the Raptor Report. But yeah, you're right. Our IT folks, Mark Balea in IT and Lisa Burrell in communications, have worked long and hard hours the last week and a half putting this thing together so it'll be ready for the rollout, ready for the mascot rollout, ready for the logo rollout, and ready for the web rollout tonight. So it's a very big night for MC, very big night for MC Athletics, and check out that new website. That is a very, very cool website.
And you can check it out at montgomerycollege.edu/Raptors. Not only is there video, there's all the rosters, individual pictures, team pictures, coaches' bios, all the kinds of information that you need. And I think it's going to be very helpful for prospective student athletes here. They're going to be able to get a much better idea of what's in store for them at Montgomery College by going to that website.
Definitely a great recruiting tool. You know, we're a community college, a junior college, but we have some serious athletes. We have a great website. We have national champions. I mean, we are rivaling these four-year schools, okay? So this is some awesome stuff that's going on here. We have a beautiful logo up on the side of the wall here. We got that crazy Raptor running around. I mean, I'm excited about being a part of Montgomery College tonight. I'm telling you.
This is one of the best nights we've ever had. There's no question about it. It's been exciting from beginning to end. And we've still got a half of great basketball yet to watch. And we're going to see if Montgomery College can maintain that lead and make it a twin bill sweep for the Raptors team.
You know, we talk about their lack of defense, I guess you could say, but hey, they only gave up 29 points in the first half. That is a win for Montgomery College in the first half, only giving up 29 points.
Boy, that's for sure. That's for sure. And they're scoring right about their average. Montgomery College averages just over 90 points a game. So they're in that ballpark with their 42. So we are just about ready to go. We just caught somebody dancing who didn't know she was on camera. Joe Thompson once again.
There's some of our women's basketball players.
Yep.
Our winning women's basketball players off of tonight's victory over Nova.
And actually the two stars of the game.
Yes, that is the two stars of the game. Rankin.
Audrey Rankin and Kiana Daly. Never get enough Rankin. And there is Vaughn hitting the first basket. So Montgomery College draws first blood here in the second half. We'll see what Nova's got in store. They came out with a very high motor in the first half. Oop, there's a turnover.
D'Angelo Vaughn is a really good scorer. So if they can get Igioma and then you even have McCants playing some of the point guard duties to set up the good score. I know we see D'Angelo Vaughn dribbling the ball up, but Ijeoma actually set up that last play. So to get D'Angelo Vaughn involved in scoring opportunities is going to take the McCances, is going to take the Ijeomas.
And there's Curran with his first basket
Very
of the
nice
game.
spin to the lane for young Mr. Curran.
Same starters out there for Montgomery College to start the second half that started the first half. Vaughn, Ijeoma, Gaines, Christian, and Curran. And for Nova, we've got Jabby, Kennedy, number 21, Brian McDonald, number 31, Antonio Purnell, and I believe that's it. So same starters for both teams.
You're not trying to put 6 players on the court, are you?
No. I lost count.
We were talking.
It's been a long day.
We were talking about Jabby. I think he scored, according to our statistician Evan Brown, the first 10 points of the game, and up until that free throw, he had been held scoreless. So they put the clamps down on him, but Birchie also came in, and it's interesting to see if they're going to be able to work well together. We talked about that in the first half, but they need to have Birchie and this young man, Jabby, on the court at the same time, because they're the most electrifying and talented players at this point. You know, and they're smaller players working with a lot of these bigger players. But to have those two guys on the court is going to be a boon for their success.
There's Curran. Working on Purnell, gets position. Ooh, nice tip in by Tim Christian.
Timmy Christian told everybody that was mine when he came off of that tip in.
I'm glad he did because I wasn't 100% sure.
Neither was I.
There's Jabby. Ijeoma on him. And Darnell Ross is quickly into the game for Nova. Vaughn to Curran from 3. Long. Rebound Jabby. Here comes the Jets. All the way. Ooh. He's fouled hard.
I guess Zach got some body because he got a lot of ball. But you're right. Here come the Jets. Jabby is fast.
Yeah, he got a lot of body.
Yeah, he did.
There's a telling stat for you that was just handed to us. 15 turnovers for Nova, just 4 for Montgomery College.
You're not going to win a lot of games like that if you're Nova, getting 15 turnovers to only 4 for MC.
And when you think about the tempo that Montgomery College plays, to only have 4 turnovers is pretty impressive.
You know, maybe Coach Bryson can bring out a little controlled chaos, if you would, if that even makes sense. Controlled chaos in the sense, run when it's there, pull it back when it's not, and avoid the turnover.
And that's well below their average because they are averaging 17 turnovers a game. So they're doing much better tonight with that.
And there's not really a sense of pressure defense coming from Nova, so that helps the turnover factor as well. They're not going to go full court on these guys because they don't want to get into a track meet.
Now Nova's right on track because they are averaging 23 turnovers a game, and right now they're at 15. So they actually have a chance to maybe go over that. Chad Kennedy at the line. He is actually their leading scorer at almost 15 a game. Jabby and Birchie averaging almost 14 a game. I know one thing that Sean Fitzmaurice would like to see is a little more balance in the scoring.
Absolutely.
Curran is out, and Pender is in for Montgomery College. Nice steal there by Andre Gaines.
That's a very nice steal. Pick in the pocket.
Boy, that was sleight of hand right there. 51-35, Montgomery College on top by 16 points. Lots of time left though, and still a real good crowd here in the main gym. And we have just been joined by Dr. Walker Graffea, the one of the vice presidents of Montgomery College, and actually under your area of control are athletics. So you have got to be real thrilled about today and very excited about the way your teams have been playing this year.
Oh, I'm very excited. We have been trying so hard to reinvigorate athletics, and I've just been really happy with Derek Carter and Clemmy Solomon and all that they've done to really help this for our student athletes and our student body. Our institution has been booming. We are number 4 in the nation in volleyball, in soccer, men's soccer, number 8, I believe, in volleyball now, number 3 in baseball. What more could you ask for?
I'll tell you.
And that's a very nice tattoo you have on your face. You must be very happy that now Montgomery College has that one college identity. We've been sitting on it for a while. We've been trying to fine-tune and perfect some things. Now we have the Raptor mascot. Now we have the official logo. So from here, I mean, we can launch into this one college feeling. That must be great coming from an administration point of view.
Oh, it's wonderful. This is really, you know, the president's vision, and under this we have been able to do so much, especially in the athletic field. I think it's given the athletes a greater sense of identity for Montgomery College, and the camaraderie from the students and the public and the community has been wonderful. So launching tonight the Raptors, I am proud. We are the Raptors.
And we are the community's college, and that's all part of being, you know, one college. Everybody gets to wear the purple sweatshirt, and we don't have to worry about any other colors. That's a good thing.
That's right. That's right. There we go.
And what a great night this has been. I mean, from the pregame ceremony where we introduced the Raptor, we had all the teams out there. That was, for me, that was almost as great as seeing the Raptor, was seeing all those kids out there having such a great time, all that school spirit. It was very touching.
Oh, I was very excited. I was in the bleachers dancing myself because you could not do anything but be excited and feel the pride and the joy of really coming together as one and really acknowledging that we are number 1 as Montgomery College, and the Raptors will be a team or a group of teams that the nation is really going to have to really be challenged by. So
that's right. It's time for them to sit up and take notice about Montgomery College athletics.
Exactly. And you can see now with the basketball games, where they're going, you know, we are really having a great program tonight.
That is for sure.
Yes.
And the men are playing well tonight. We're pleased to see that. As number 13 there, Sean Pender, just missed a foul shot, but MC gets the rebound. They're up by 17 points with 15 minutes to go in the game. Well,
right.
You've got to be thrilled with the coaching staff also that also fall under your purview. You've got to be thrilled. I mean, I've been in Montgomery College for quite a while. This is the strongest group of coaches I've ever seen.
I would say the same. I was thrilled to be in Syracuse, in Herkimer, New York, to watch the soccer team play and to see how the coaches just really motivated, really showed professionalism and empathy for the students as well. So you couldn't ask for any more. They're really showing that they are role models for our students, plus they have the skill level to win. And that's what it's all about. We want our student athletes to come out with character as well as the academic prowess to do more, as well as the athletic ability.
Well, and of course, I think every coach that works for Montgomery College understands that their job is to get these kids on to the next level.
That's right.
Not only athletically, but academically. Because I'm just talking to Tarla Gasquay the other day, who you obviously know well, and she told me, well, what's the point of having them on the team if they're not doing well in school? The whole point of coming to school is to go to school.
Right, right.
So that's the kind of attitude
Dr.
you want.
Walker-Graffia, talk about how important it is to use Montgomery College, these student athletes, use Montgomery College as the springboard to the next level, to the to the 4-year school, and talk about the completion factor. And I know that's really what we want to do. Get them the associate's degree, go up to the next level and get the bachelor's, and then continue moving on. So being a student athlete, that is a springboard.
It is, and that's what it's all about. That's what our community college is doing for our community and for our nation as well. We are helping our students to see the importance of academics, but also the importance of health and wellness and the importance of community service, because all of our teams are providing community service as well. That's one of the requirements that we have now as part of being a part of the athletic program. So it all helps our students to really do better in life, to be better citizens for our nation, and really to be successful in anything that they choose to do. So yes, we are the foundation that we're building for the nation, and I'm so pleased.
And we are very pleased that you took the time out from your dancing in the stands to join us.
Anytime, anytime.
I think our cameras caught you a couple of times, actually.
This was a great, great night. So, yes, I was dancing.
Absolutely. I was even dancing, and my wife commented on it like, who is that man?
Well, thank you, Dr. Walker-Graffia, for joining us tonight.
Well,
yeah, we really appreciate it.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we've got a timeout on the floor, and the Raptors have extended their lead now to 59-38, but we do want to say thank you very much to Dr. Graffia for joining us at the table tonight.
Yeah, this has to be a very, very proud night for her. I mean, like you said, athletics falls under her. Derek Carter, like she said, Dean Clemmy Sullivan, who was right behind us. We caught him dancing a couple minutes ago as well. But they have to be just very, very proud. And what they're most proud of, and you can hear it in their voices, whether it's Dr. Pollard or whether it's Dr. Walker-Graffia, it's that the students are still here, that there's still life going on in this building, and that is what's most important. You know, you want to be part of that college community, and I think we did a pretty nice job with that tonight.
Boy, that is for sure. Great for me to see this kind of school spirit.
And it's not easy. I mean, at a 4-year school, everybody knows students live there, okay? So they're automatically on campus for the basketball game, for the baseball game. So it is a challenge at the community college level. Everybody knows that. Not everybody fills the stands, but tonight was a great night, and this could really be a springboard to having that community, that one college, that college town type of atmosphere that we're really looking forward to.
Boy, that's for sure. I love this atmosphere. I would love to see this more often. And
yeah, you and me both.
It's nights like this that I think we may see more of this, because people have got to appreciate what they've seen tonight. We've seen 2 excellent games. MC looking good to win both ends of the doubleheader. Of course, we still have 14 minutes to go. Nova has something to say about that, but it's looking pretty good for Montgomery College.
And now they're giving hats away to the folks in the audience.
Hey, it pays to stay.
That's right, it pays to stay.
My bald head could use a hat. Meanwhile, I'm looking at a couple of telling statistics here. Turnover-wise, Nova with 18, MC with just 4. Assists, Nova with 3, MC with 9.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Bryson will take a 9-4 assist to turnover ratio every day of the week.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Yep.
So we got 13:45 to go in the game. Tim Christian going to take the ball inbounds here. Jordan McCants, let's kind of reset things. Sean Pender, strong move. athletic-looking guy. So for Montgomery College, Vaughn is in there, Sean Pender, Tim Christian, Curran, and McCants.
They went on a pretty good run while we were talking to Dr. Walker Graffia. They were about to run away with this thing. You know, this is an important juncture for Nova if they want to stay in this game.
And
13 and a half left, down 18.
They've got Trayvon Walton in. They've got Jabby in, Kennedy, Birchie, and number 21, Brian McDonald. That's who's in for Nova right now. Jabby loses the handle, but a foul's called.
The last trip down the court for MC, you're talking about an 18-point game and taking a shot when the shot clock reads 30. I'm not a coach, but I'm not sure that's the way to go about it when you want to get out of here with a victory. But it's easy for us to say because those guys want to go out there and score.
They're all fighting for playing time.
That's true.
He's got a pretty deep bench this year.
But if you milk the clock a little bit with an 18-point lead and get yourself a better shot.
And he makes it. 59-43 as McCants brings the ball up the floor for the Raptors.
MC's got a couple of capable point guards in Ijeoma, McCants, and obviously with D'Angelo Vaughn.
Yeah, they've got some ball handlers back there.
McCants isn't as flashy, as Ijeoma and D'Angelo Vaughn, but he's more of a workman-like, get others involved kind of player.
Yeah, very unselfish player from what I can see. Not that the others aren't, but
right.
That seems to be more of his MO. We got a turnover.
Yeah,
another turnover.
Birchie took a step before he actually put it on the floor, and he's going to get called for that one every time. See if they can run something in the half-court set here.
And that's what it looks like he's trying to set up. There's Vaughn. They're going to milk a little clock here, it looks like. Pender.
Pender's a nice spark plug, you know that? Pender's really had a nice effect off the bench for them.
And that was Vaughn. Number 6, Kennedy.
D'Angelo Vaughn looks like he has a great shooting touch to go along with great hair. Wow, Mr. Pender underneath the basket over his shoulder.
Circus shot there from Sean Pender. There's Jabby running it right down there. And Brian McDonald will go to the line. He was fouled on the shot attempt. Wow, yeah. There you go.
Hey,
great work there.
He caught a pass over his head, collected himself under the bucket, and went straight up behind the bucket. That's a nice play.
Great work there by Joe Thompson's son, Garrett Quinn. So, father, like son.
And the great thing about our great camera guys catching that play by Sean Pender, it's that Sean Pender and Sean Pender's family and friends can go to our YouTube page and watch that 15,000 times.
Let's hope they do watch it 15,000 times. Of course, we do have now the new MC Raptors YouTube page that is just sports content.
Just sports. It's athletics YouTube page. It is, if you're a junior college athlete and you have MC on the schedule, you're very happy to see MC on the schedule, because if you see MC on the schedule, you're going to be on YouTube most likely.
And that address is youtube.com/theraptorsmc. youtube.com/theraptorsmc. 64-44. The Raptors on top with 11:48 to go in the ball game. Comfortable lead. But at this pace, somebody goes on a run, all of a sudden this game could tighten up. But not that way.
Not that way. You know, unfortunately for Nova, they're going to have to start pushing the envelope here to get back in this game, and that's probably going to play right into the hands of the Raptors.
Right. It definitely is. Well, we talked in the pregame about a study in contrast of style, and we've certainly seen that. And right now, you'd have to say that the speed and athleticism is winning the day.
It doesn't seem that Nova can really get their big guys involved.
No, you're 100% right about that.
And when you're down 20, that's not the type of game that you're going to be able to do right now. Is get your big guys involved. Speaking of big guys, Zach Curran just had a beautiful swat right in front of our cameraman Corey.
Boy, and it was clean, and Corey, no flinch at all on Corey's part, and he almost caught a face full of leather.
And speaking of YouTube, I think Zach Curran is going to go onto our YouTube channel, and he's going to watch that he just did the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag after the rejection.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's why you're here. You catch those things.
I watch a lot of TV.
That's because you're up all night with those two kids.
Like last night.
Yep. Oh, and there's Vaughn.
Wow. For a flashy point guard, he has some serious range on that lefty three ball.
Boy, that was deep. Here comes Zach Curran. Nice steal. Gets it to, and that was a turnover that I didn't see coming.
Yeah. Well, Zach Curran doesn't find himself on the lead end of a fast break too often. He's usually probably on one of the wings getting the ball distributed to him as opposed to distributing the rock.
And there's a foul.
And no finger wagging on that play for Mr. Curran.
67-48.
And that play right there by Jabby, where he brought the ball into the lane, drew the defender, and then dished to the big man, is exactly what he needs to do. He's an immensely talented kid, but he also needs to make the other players talented as well, if you would.
Well, and when I talked to Sean Fitzmaurice about his team, that's one of the things he talked about that he was looking for. He's looking for a point guard who can make a decision on the run. Who's got the best matchup? Who can I get that ball to who has the best matchup? And, you know, sometimes when you're going that fast, it's pretty difficult to make the right decision. And there's an easy bucket for Trayvon Walton.
Yeah, that's a nice fast break. They're not going to take that break that much, and when they see it, they run it. But they're gonna need more than just that break to get back in this game. They're down 16, 10 minutes left in the game. It's not over, but they need those running breaks like they just did. But
and when Vaughn hits one like that, wow.
You're not getting back in the game when D'Angelo Vaughn is raining threes.
No, and he had a hand in his face, and it didn't seem to bother him a bit.
Yeah, you're up 18-19, and your best scorer is heating up. That bodes well for MC.
Here's Gaines on the run. Here we go again. 3-on-3. Gaines takes it all the way himself for the hoop. 72-51. So Nova had crept to within
16 points, but
two quick fast break baskets, or a three and a fast break basket, and all of a sudden it's back up to 21. Vaughn, and he's fouled. Foul on Brian McDonald.
Nice rebounding position.
Raptors with 10 personal fouls in this half. Nova with 8.
D'Angelo Vaughn is not only leading the team in scoring, but he's also averaging almost 6 assists a game to lead the team.
And right now he's got 17 points and 4 rebounds, and I believe he's their leading scorer today. Tim Christian, the leading scorer with 19. Pender with 10. Gaines with 13. And Vaughn with 17. So those are your leading scorers for Montgomery College. For Nova, Chad Kennedy has 11. Jabby has 16. And Brian McDonald with 8.
One of the things that Coach Bryson is probably going to enjoy, I don't know exactly what Nova's shooting, but MC is allowing 58% field goal percentage from the opponent. I mean, you're not going to win a lot of games by allowing your opponent to shoot 58%. I mean, think about some of those old Georgetown teams and those Villanova teams that he played with. They were holding their opponents to 30 and 35%, and that spelled victory. 58% is not going to spell victory. I'm interested to see what they're holding Nova to tonight, because at this point they only have 54 points, with 8.5 left on the clock. So defensively, they played better on the scoreboard.
Khalil Jabby, we just missed a gorgeous fall-away 3 there for Nova. Here comes number 22, Tanguy Mbaye. This is his first action in the game. There's a timeout on the floor with 8:33 to go. Montgomery College up 74-54. And it looks like we're going to have another giveaway contest occurring. We've had them going on all night. It's been Raptor night, and there we go. Look at all those gift bags going out there.
Wow, now that's what they call the swag bag.
That is the swag bag.
That is nice.
There they are over in the corner.
Why are they walking away from us? They should be coming towards us with those bags. We can't catch a break here, Mr. Brown.
Apparently they did not get my order.
We're going to have to talk to Dan Rankin about that.
I'm telling you, I think Dan Rankin forgot to turn in my order. Heck, gone.
If the guy wins an Emmy, you figure he can get us a swag bag, right?
Are they usually digital?
Everybody wants something free. Nothing better than free. But this is great stuff they're giving out. The new Raptors gear. First time it's ever been seen by anybody here in this gym except for just a few of us.
And there's Ashley Ladder getting her swag bag. The ladies basketball team is still out there.
Yep, the women's basketball team still.
There's Megan Tillman, I think, is falling asleep on the bench. Somebody wake Megan up.
Well, she played a hard game tonight.
She played a hard game. She really did.
And let's keep in mind, these kids were in school today, and they got to go to school tomorrow.
And we just had a rock paper scissors match in the stands over two fans got the same T-shirt, so they played rock paper scissors to settle the score, and that is how our world should operate.
There you go. 8:23 to go. There's Kennedy, Short, Pender. Number 14 in now, Dwayne Clinton for Montgomery College, as everybody's getting to play.
Wow, Trevon Walton's really come out and played some physical basketball. Number 3 for Nova tonight. He might not show up too much in the box score, but his effort and his toughness showed up a little bit.
There's Kennedy. Comes Gaines. The pace is relentless. There's Gaines.
Yeah, if he gets a 12-foot jump shot in the middle of the lane, that's like a layup for him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was nothing but net. That's 15 for Gaines. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. As there are 3 outstanding Raptors right now in scoring. Christian leading with 21. Vaughn with 17. Gaines with 15.
And that's the 3-headed monster, the usual suspects for MC.
I know one thing James Bryson would like to see is a little more scoring.
Yeah,
balance.
absolutely. And he's going to need that because they're not, these guys aren't going to have it night after night.
Or if, somebody gets in foul trouble, or you don't want to see any of them injured, but those things do happen. You need the balance.
Sean Pender's averaging 19 points a game, but you could tell that it's those three. It's Vaughn, Christian, and Gaines that are gonna be really they're gonna set the tone for MC for the entire season on the scoring end, of course.
Christian with the rebound. Mbaye to Clinton, short. Ross with the rebound, gets it ahead to Walton, takes it up strong to the basket. He's impressed me. And James Bryson calls a timeout, and he is not a happy camper at the moment as the lead has been cut to 16. And we're getting a good look there at the Montgomery College bench. They're on top 76-60.
It's good to see Coach Bryson not happy when it's a 16-point game. I mean, to send some messages to his players. They went up probably 22 points, and now they're down by 16. They're not really in any danger of blowing this game, but there's still basketball to be played out there, and he's so animated to these guys, and you wonder why. It's a 16-point game. Well, you got some reserves in there now, and he obviously didn't like something, and he's telling them about it.
Well, and I'll tell you, from talking to Coach Bryson last week, he's got a very young team. He's only got 2 returners. He does have a sophomore transfer in Igioma, but he's got a very young team. He talked about a level of immaturity in their play, and that's what he's harping on right now, I'm sure. You gotta, what you do in practice, you have to translate into games, and that's probably the message he's talking about. If we
Absolutely.
could, if we could put some words in his mouth.
And for a coach to be honest enough with you and say, hey, my guys have a level of immaturity that he needs to fix. And you got to know that he's working on it. He's going to share that information with you, and it's going to be something that's probably, harping on him practice after practice.
And there's a turnover.
Nice play by Kennedy to get on the baseline. Shuffle on his feet, get to the position.
Yep. And they're calling a technical on Pender.
He had a little something to say to the referee.
So that'll put Khalil Jabby on the line to shoot the technical.
Hey, they can make it a 14-point game if Khalil Jabby hits a couple of free throws here. Crazier things have happened in basketball.
It's a crazy game, and when you're playing this pace, it doesn't. And the 3-ball.
I mean,
three balls made such a huge difference.
Just this past weekend, a guy for Grinnell College in Iowa had 109 points. He shot 24 three-pointers. Now, Grinnell College is, the most prolific three-point shooting, in the entire country
Didn't
at any
the guy
level.
last year from there?
Same college had
same
over.
Kid?
Had over. I don't know if it was the same kid. Is it the same kid? I think his last name is Taylor. Our buddy Joseph Thompson, who's on the camera in front of us. He's this guy. I forget his name. His last name is Taylor. But this is the 3rd time that he scored 100 points in a game.
Wow.
That's some shooting.
his shoulders have got to be tired after a game like that. There's Kennedy strong down the line. He loses his footing though. And that was a tough fall there.
Well,
wow. Physical. All right, little pressure here from Nova, but Igioma breaks it pretty easily. McCants back in, and he turned it over.
Yep, dribbled it off his foot. Good pressure, by Nova. Jabby came up and played him right in his face.
Don't look now, but we have a 14-point game.
It is a 14-point game, 5:47 left.
Nova still in it. We still got a basketball game here. There goes Burt. Nice block by Christian, but they call him for a foul. official giving Tim Christian a pretty serious look there.
On the replay, I could see why the referee called that. Tim Christian got some body, but it was a good enough block to keep the whistle in your pocket.
Tim Christian not happy with the call. He's standing there shaking his head.
And he's not exactly the most emotional player. He doesn't show his cards out there, but he was not happy. You're right about that. But if Morty Birchie doesn't make him pay for it, then it doesn't matter.
And he didn't. But we have a lane violation. Oh, the Raptor is the lane violation. I've never seen that before.
That is the first time that our Raptor has been called for a violation. And I hope that that's not the beginning of a trend, Mr. Raptor.
Yes. That is a bad Raptor right there. Turnover on the Raptor. That's a new stat for Evan Brown to start keeping tally of.
Well, we're going to have to talk to Betty Francis and Brian O'Neill because they're going to have to get Mr. Raptor into their office and have a sit down with him.
Meanwhile, Nova is living at the foul line here. They can't seem to convert from the foul line or the field to cut that lead any further. Here's Mo Birchie at the line. And he can't get it to fall.
That's 3 straight for Birchie. And this could have been a 12-point game.
Well, as a team, they only shoot 63% from the field.
The Raptor is coming over to plead his case. He thought it was a dead ball.
Honest mistake by the Raptor. It's his first basketball game ever.
It is his first game ever. Maybe we need to teach him the rules.
Oh, there's a steal by Vaughn.
He's a young Raptor. He just hatched.
That's true. He just hatched.
He just hatched.
There he is behind us. Of course, you know what's going to happen next. We're going to have a naming contest for our Raptor.
We can't keep calling him Mr. Raptor.
Or maybe his first name is the Raptor.
Well, I guess Scott Youngblood is right in our ear. Right now, he's the Raptor.
Yeah, he's the Raptor. Kind of like the Ohio State University. This is the Raptor.
Mr. Buckeye himself, Michael Brown.
Wow, there's Jabby from way downtown to steal a phrase.
And Kennedy got away with a push, or he did not get away with the push.
Nope, he did not get away with it. He's pleading his case, but as often is the case, to no avail.
I think Timmy Christian might have done a little bit of acting. He felt the presence of Kennedy behind him, and if you're not in perfect rebound position, the best you might just want to act a little bit. And he drew the foul. Good play by Timmy Christian.
We've been scoreless here for a while, stuck on 76-62 for well over a minute. And Kennedy takes a seat. And for the first time tonight, Joe Cabrera's in, number 15.
Timmy Christian shoots 81% from the foul line.
Good, solid foul shooter. Good shooter from the field. Leading scorer tonight for Montgomery College. He's going to take a seat, and he is replaced by Will Jackson, number 34, who's getting his first action of the night. So Tim Christian's night may well be over, or maybe it's just a short break before he comes back in to put the finishing touches on his big night. Christian with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He does have 4 fouls, so that could also be the reason he sat him.
He got the Raptors rolling early with a couple of nice long three-pointers.
And you know what you're kind of leading up to by making that statement.
I don't know.
Because we're not quite there yet. It's a little early, but pretty soon, we're going to have to name that player of the game.
What if I'm on a different page than you guys?
We'll have to call a timeout for a little conference.
How about rock, paper, scissors?
After all, you did say that was the way to solve everything. Raptor cheerleaders are still rooting the team on. There's still a good crowd here. This is great to see. Great to see. There's Cabrera, way short. Andre Gaines with the rebound. We've got to thank our friends. I'm seeing Mr. Thomas Payne over there, and the other George Zuniga helped us a lot tonight in the athletics department. Those two guys here on the Rockville campus, and Michael Simone down at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. I mean, these guys really helped us out a lot. Man,
and,
they work hard.
They're working with Derek Carter and Coach Gasquet, but George Zuniga and Thomas Payne and Michael Simone, they mean a lot to MC athletics.
Boy, they do, and they make such a difference. They work so hard, and they communicate well. They're just a great group of guys.
And they always seem to be there right when you need them. And you know, if it's the littlest thing or if it's a major thing, you know, they're there, and they're there working. So it's nice to be involved working with a group like that.
Well, that is for sure. 83-65, 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Montgomery College turns it over.
Coach Bryson's got to be happy with this performance tonight.
I would think.
They've only given up 65. He knows they can score, but he doesn't know that they can stop anybody. And you know, they stopped Nova for the most part tonight. I don't think Nova had a good game plan. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if they had a good game plan coming in, but they didn't utilize their size. And maybe that was neutralized by Bryson and MC.
And the speed.
You know, so great coaching and you know on MC's part. But when you do fall behind like that, your size is going to be neutralized.
Yep. Because you got to try to hit from the outside, and frankly, their big men look to me like they still have some developing to do.
And there are a few guys that have been away from the game for a while as well.
Again, Nova's building a program. They just recently entered. This is their first full year in the NJCAA. So they're still building a program. And Sean Fitzmaurice doing a good job. He's got a good foundation here. They're gonna be a tough team down the road. They're going to be a tough team down the road.
You know, and Nova's a huge school, you know, and they cover a lot of area. There's a lot of campuses. So he's going to, once they get established a little more in Northern Virginia, he's going to be able to start plucking players from some very good basketball schools in Northern Virginia.
Now, they have played Montgomery College for the last 6-7 years, but they just recently joined the NJCAA. They are Division II school versus Montgomery College. We're Division III. Here's Gaines. Great shots as always by our wonderful camera crew here tonight. Great job in the truck by Scott Youngblood, Francine Wyron, Of course, Dan Rankin, John Watson.
John Watson allowing us to hear ourselves.
And what would we do without one Samuel McKnight Black III?
Sam Black, the
Couldn't
legend.
do it. Couldn't do it without Sammy. There's Corey over there.
And what would an MCTV telecast be without mentioning the great Stanley Jones?
It wouldn't be one. It just wouldn't be one.
We might have to go dead air if we didn't mention Stan Jones.
That's right. We've got.
There he is.
There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Got Joe Thompson sitting right in front of us.
Joe Thompson played some college basketball in his
sure
time.
Did. West Texas State, buddy. West Texas State.
West Texas A&M. They're yelling at us in our ear. West Texas A&M, Joe.
There's Lisa Clark. She looks like she just got back from Mardi Gras. And there's James McLean.
A very talented James McLean.
And there's Danielle Stesky.
Another talented MCTV person.
Hard-working crew. Let me tell you, folks, this has been a long day for this crew, and they have performed beautifully. They make us look good. They make us sound good. It's a real pleasure to be part of this team. (86-66) with 2:40 to go. Nova still hanging in there, still playing tough. Tenge Umbaye.
Coach Bryson's getting the chance to play a lot of guys tonight.
And that's good. I mean, you want to get, kids want to play, you know, they want the minutes. And in a game like this, you get that opportunity. And it's good, it helps build depth. Wow, now we're getting a little out of control. As that was a pretty obvious charge.
I think Will Jackson wanted his personal highlight reel right here.
Yeah. He had YouTube hits dancing in his head on that one.
Yes, he did.
There's Cabrera. Got 2 minutes left in the ball game. As Nova just putting on a full court pressure there. Oh, you know, Mr. Bennett was thinking.
So was I. I was pointing on the pass up.
Yeah.
I'm not out there. I'm just watching, and I'm pointing for the alley-oop.
That's right. Yep. He thought he had a dunk. He thought he had a dunk. So, well, Marcus, you know we're down to 1:26 to go in the ball game. And I think it's time to pick our player of the game. And, of course, that job falls to you. So who's it going to be?
So I'm sold. You guys talked me into it. But it's a deserving honor. I liked how D'Angelo Vaughn played tonight. He really sparked MC with some long three-pointers. But the player of the game who actually sparked MC from the start would be Timmy Christian, and I think he's our MVP today.
Yeah, Timmy Christian is our player of the game. And again, this kid really just started playing last weekend because of those broken wrists. So, boy, he didn't seem to lose much during the recovery process.
No, he hasn't missed a beat, obviously.
And right now his numbers are 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists.
I'm surprised his long-range jumper, the threes were going down tonight with the fractured wrists. I mean, he's a shooter, and the wrist is such an important aspect of shooting the basketball. But you know, obviously, like we talked about earlier, we're not doctors, and it sounds like the injury could have been much worse than it was.
And also, you know, young guys, and he's a young guy, they heal a lot faster than oldsters like I do.
This is true.
Yep. So we are down to the 35-second mark. $88-70. Raptors on top. And we've still got a raucous crowd on hand. They are still having fun, enjoying themselves.
This fun started at about 2 o'clock or 2:30 when Hot 99.5 came. We had the great crew down here at Chartwell's who run our food operations. They had free food for a lot of people today.
Oh, that would have been a nice highlight reel shot, but he blew it.
We've had giveaways all day. I mean, this was really a fan-friendly, a family-friendly, a community-friendly event. And, you know, it's really, really, knock on wood, gone off without a hitch. We have an awesome logo up on the wall. We have a fantastic Raptor running around here tonight. So, all in all, this has been a pretty awesome day.
It's been one of the most exciting days that I've experienced here at Montgomery College.
Michael,
that is for
Michael,
sure.
You've done a great job with broadcasting athletics, with really getting some of these guys and some of these, you know, young ladies and young men, getting their names out there, and you really kind of you know, took athletics under the wing, and like I always say, the voice of Montgomery College athletics. So I think you should be commended, my friend. This was a big day for you as well, because I know how much it means to you that these kids are out here having fun.
Well, you've got that 100% right. I love telling the stories of Montgomery College athletes. It's a real privilege for me. So we got a second and a half left in our ball game. Montgomery College obviously coming out on top. Our final score here from the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, the Montgomery College Raptors 89 and Nova 72. And we're going to take a quick break, and then Marcus and I will be right back with a look at the final stats and an interview with the Montgomery College Raptors head coach, James Bryson. You're watching Montgomery College basketball on MC TV.
Some general characteristics of raptors are very sharp hooked beaks in order to tear and eat the meat of their prey, and also very sharp, very strong talons to allow them to capture their prey.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular. Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excelling.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring. Flexible.
Excellent.
Awesome.
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 And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, where once again our final score, the Montgomery College Raptors 89 and Northern Virginia 72. And Marcus and I are pleased to welcome in James Bryson, the head coach of the winning Montgomery College Raptors. Coach, congratulations on a nice win tonight.
Thank you. Much appreciated. It's
Coach,
always good to come here when you got to win.
Coach, coming into tonight, we know that your guys can score. But we don't know yet that they can stop the other guy from scoring.
Right.
But if you look on the board right there, you gave up 72.
Right.
All right. So talk to us a little bit about how you're going to get into their heads that defense is something that you need to want to play. And it looks like they did a little bit of it tonight.
You know, I think it's more of a desire thing than it is a technique thing. We preach it every day. We have so many different drills that we work on in terms of help defense, in terms of team rebounding as opposed to just individual rebounding, and this is as a mindset more than technique. So when we put our minds to it, I think we can play with anybody.
Well, your big three tonight really showed up on a very big night here at Montgomery College. Tim Christian was our player of the game, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Vaughn with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and then Andre Gaines almost had a double-double, 16 points, 9 rebounds to go along with the 3 assists. So you got to be happy about that.
I'm very, very happy about that. Those guys, again, have shown up game after game after game, even in losses. Sometimes it's kind of scary because you want some other guys to kind of step up. We got Sean Pender back today. I thought he did a good job, as well as some of the other guys. Zach chipped in really well. And we just got to keep plugging. Got to keep playing hard and just keep plugging and playing together and having the right attitude.
Well, I know it's a long season ahead, but we're going to be right back with you next Tuesday night when you guys play Howard down at the Tacoma Park gymnasium. So we'll be down there. We'll see you next Tuesday. And once again, we want to congratulate you on a big win tonight, and best of luck for the rest of the season. We'll see you again on the 26th.
This was a lot of fun. Marcus, Michael, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Coach.
And once again, from the Rockville campus of Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, our final score, the Montgomery College Raptors 82 and Northern Virginia 72. For Marcus Rosano, James Bryson, and everybody,
including the Raptor.
Including the Raptor. Can't leave out the Raptor.
That's great.
Including everybody on the hard-working Montgomery College television crew. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.